I promise you can have it all, girl.
YouTube, what is up? What is good with you guys? It's the Bull Nate. Shout out to the Bull Nation. Hope y'all feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Before we get into the video, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna roll to 1,000 subscribers. Currently at 830. So, yo, we're making some good progress right now. So it's the first day of September, man. It's a new month, new goals, new blessings, man. So, but today we're ready to the truth behind Bishop Sycamore and how ESPN got duped. So, as I know, this has been pretty much in the news for I think past couple of days, but apparently there's a school called Bishop Sycamore, and somehow they finessed ESPN to get national television. But however, they pretty much is a school of junior college dropouts. So pretty much a bunch of 20, 21, 22-year-olds playing football. And things like they're really bad at playing football. You know what I mean? Because they played 6 schools, and they were they lost every game, got blown out. And then they played IMG Academy on I think ESPN2 and got destroyed 55-0. So yeah, they ain't good, but they somehow finessed ESPN on how to get to that. So I mean, to me, I don't know, because I'm like, how did ESPN not do the research on the school or people like that? So we're gonna look at this video and kind of see how they finessed it, what happened, and at the end of the day. So got my drink, of course. And let's get into it.
Bishop Sycamore told us they had a number of Division I prospects on their roster. To be frank, a lot of that we could not verify. And they did not show up in our database. They did not show up in the databases of other recruiting services. So it's okay. If that's what you're telling us, fine. That's how we take it in. From what we've seen so far, this is not a fair fight. And there's got to be a point now, Luke, where you do worry about health and safety.
See, but see things like I ain't see the game, but bro, like, man, this is bad, dude. Like, I don't understand how ESPN got that dude over a team that doesn't even exist for real. Like, I don't understand, bro.
I already am worried about it. I think it's this could potentially be dangerous given the circumstances and the mismatch that we have here. And quite honestly, Bishop Sycamore doesn't have not only the frontline players, but they don't have the depth in case something were to happen to their roster with maybe a kid or two here throughout the remaining 2.5 quarters of this football game.
On Sunday night, ESPN aired their final game of the Geico ESPN High School Kickoff to usher in the start of the upcoming season. The game featured powerhouse IMG Academy, who went up against a Columbus, Ohio school, Bishop Sycamore, to win by a final score of 58-0. Everything seemed pretty ordinary until ESPN commentators called out Bishop Sycamore and their lack of transparency regarding everything about them as a school. It turned out Bishop Sycamore lied about having D1 prospects and falsified players' names on the roster, which kind of now makes sense considering the confused state commentators displayed when number 54 was laying injured on the ground.
The injured player for Bishop Sycamore is number 54. We do not have a 54 on the roster we were given.
Bruh. Oh my God. This is literally the most this is literally like the craziest, one of the craziest sports stories ever, bro. Like Bishop Sycamore is we need an ESPN 30 for 30 on how Bishop Sycamore finessed ESPN. Cause this is incredible. I ain't gonna lie, this is incredible.
And yet, they still managed to make it onto ESPN's national broadcast on Sunday after playing a game on Friday night. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure playing 2 games within 3 days wouldn't be too good for your body. Anyways, after the game, there were many different media outlets that began to dig deeper into the story of how a fake high school pretty much duped ESPN. Guys, before we continue, I'd like to take a second and give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, the Football Guys. With fantasy football leagues kicking off just around the corner, and many of you probably scrambling around to finish your last-minute homework
that's me.
potential drafts, but look no further, as today's sponsor will do all the work for you.
Okay.
If you're a fantasy football player, you know that winning is hard and losing sucks. With non-stop NFL news, the Football Guys will dissect how that affects each individual player. With powerful draft, in-season and DFS tools, as well as rankings, stats, and projections that sync with your league, and deep advice from 60-plus fantasy football experts, Football Guys helps you cut through all the noise and helps you make more prudent decisions. ESPN's Matthew Berry even calls the Football Guys the best premium fantasy football site on the planet. And the best place to start is their 100% free daily update email, where they summarize the daily NFL news and explain what it means to your fantasy team. So if you're like me, don't have enough time to do your own thorough research, or just need that second opinion, the Football Guys is here for you. Join 500,000 other Football Guys subscribers and myself, and sign up for the free daily update at the link in the description box below. Bishop Sycamore is a school that's not recognized by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Basically, it seems to be not a legitimate school. Information about the school's location, roster, or practice facility cannot be verified. Even going on their website seems really suspect, as it seems as though no one is really managing it and hasn't updated it for quite some time. That being said, many of you are probably thinking to yourself, if Bishop Sycamore was not a real school, how did they have students, and who was playing Sunday's nationally televised game against IMG Academy? Well, this is where the story takes a weird twist. The school was not actually made up of high schoolers, but rather postgraduates, with some having played in junior college football. They were basically older than your ordinary high school football player. In the team's first few years of existence, they've had a lot of red flags that probably should have been detected way sooner than on Sunday. The team was playing with a roster of 30 to 35 players, far less than the typical high school roster. The team also had no white road jerseys and were often seen playing with mismatched helmets and sharing them between players.
Bruh. Bro, I don't know. I just don't understand, bro. I'm like, yo, there's so many, like I said, like that no road jerseys, that mismatched helmets. How did nobody do their research? Like, how did nobody went and do their research on this team before they actually decided to put them on television, or even had them match up against IMG Academy? I don't know, man. This is just ridiculous.
Essentially, if you've seen the old Mighty Ducks movie, this was District 5. And it's just crazy how they managed to finesse their way and get onto ESPN on a nationally televised high school football game. And the man at the center of all this was head coach Roy Johnson, who was reported to have been fired earlier today. It's also noted that Johnson had an active arrest warrant and was reportedly alleged to have committed fraud and mismanagement in 2019. In an article...
The coach committed freaking... And oh man, because I saw something on Twitter that like I saw like the coach is like essentially on house arrest. Oh man, the coach is on house arrest, bruh. And my man out there coaching a damn game. I said, bruh.
From Complex, they got in touch with a former player, Aaron Boyd, who was with the team when they were previously known as COF Academy before getting shut down in 2018. And some of the excerpts from this interview are pretty appalling. Boyd stated he played there during his junior year of high school in the 2018-2019 season when he was 15 years of age. The youngster said he was recruited when he attended an Adidas All-American camp, and they lured him with brochures and literature on how the school was going to look. They even told him the school was going to be on Netflix as a recruiting tool and painted a picture that they were going to be the IMG of the Midwest. Obviously, none of this was true, and it was all BS as they lied to the kid and his mother. When asked about what campus life was like, the youngster told him there was no buildings. The team basically lived out of a hotel room for 5 months.
What?
On top of that, the kids later found out that the school did not pay for the hotel, as the school were writing bounce checks to cover expenses.
Oh my god, So one, the school in the buildings, they lived out of hotels, and then they wouldn't even pay for the hotels. Oh my god, this school's this school is full of finesses, yo. Yo, this goes finesse like crazy. Oh my god! Wow! This is literally one of the biggest Ponzi schemes, fraud schemes of all time. Actually. Oh my god!
Boyd went on to say that the head coach, Roy Johnson, wasn't even really a head coach, but more of an athletic director who was behind everything. According to the youngster, Johnson initially ran everything with the backing of a church, which he later scammed as well. This story is so crazy that I'm pretty sure ESPN right now is writing their script for the next 30 for 30.
Yo.
Anyways, things got even crazier in the interview as Boyd explained while he was only 15 years old and the very first recruit from the school, everyone else was 19 and 20 years of age. In essence, this really wasn't a high school, but more so of a prep school, and in the next interview question truly shows the underbelly of this whole scheme when Aaron admitted he didn't attend school and that Bishop Sycamore only tried once by taking students to a community library towards the end of the season in October. Now,
bro, I'm sorry, yo, this is wild. Like, yo, this is something I never heard of ever, bro. Like, ESPN has to make a 30 for 30 for this, bro. Like, they like ASAP. Like, I want this by, let's see, today's September 1st. I need it by like November 1st. Because this is incredible.
Picture yourself as a student there. Most of these kids are out of high school, and after going months without any schooling, now your school is telling you it's time to learn and study? Yeah, that ain't happening. And I think it's indicative of how this whole thing was poorly planned. You have parents who've entrusted their children with high school officials and coaches, and the fact that this was reportedly all a sham really has to leave a bitter taste in your mouth as a parent. The interview would further reveal that athletes were sleeping on floors of hotel rooms, never practiced, and went just straight to games. They all moved into hotel rooms in July before the season kicked off, and everyone just assumed there was nothing wrong with the situation. The team did start with a total of 10 coaches, one for each position, but towards the end of August, the team only had 2 coaches left because everyone left as they weren't getting paid. Boyd went on to say that he left after his lone junior season, and the reason why not a whole lot of kids were affected by this was because they were already out of high school. But for Boyd, he had to repeat his entire junior year and had to do it in time in order to play in his senior season. And when pressed about the craziest thing he did while there, the youngster said for the last month and a half, the team moved into new houses and literally had to sleep on the floor as there weren't enough beds for all 35 remaining students.
That's crazy, bruh. That's wild, bro. They sleep on floors in a hotel room? Or like in houses, bro?
And in order to eat and prepare their bodies for the next game, the kids would have to steal at Walmart and Kroger's. Honestly, guys, I don't understand how something like this could ever happen. And it's crazy to think that the only reason any of this got revealed was because they were on ESPN.
Yep.
Had it not been for this, maybe none of this gets out and goes under the radar and is just treated as another high school blowout game.
That's wild, bro. They literally just. Okay. Man, I don't know what to say, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below everyone. Subscribe if you haven't already. You want to roll to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll catch you next time.